heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude battles a Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing me. Pap.
It's alright, man.
Can you go to court? Get it in.
Cool. I been going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they...
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101, because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back, because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 5 yards, a good run there, now second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a third and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to haul it in is Kittle, finding room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A Steeler 1st down and a pickup of 11 yards. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The Steelers at 4-5, a game under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. To throw, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. A run between the tackles with Breida. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Breida. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 18-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Throwing now is Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there from the left hash. It's a 42-yard attempt. Johnson's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A first down throw from Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Third and long for Mayfield. Looking for Austin, intercepted. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. Yeah, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a clean.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Run. Mayfield down. And this one too low.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Mayfield on first down. He finds Austin complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lance. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Lance. Gets this one to use check. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go. Here we go. Strike 2. Here's that.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
First down, here's Mitchell. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 37 yards. And the Niners have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go play action. Mayfield flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Now Mayfield. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, They talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Baker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the 49ers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.